my name is Christian Montalvo. Welcome back. This video is for about 2:30, week number 5. We're gonna be seeing and I'm gonna be showing you the axial and appendicular skeleton. So if we can move closer, we have the anterior skull here, and we can find the frontal, the bomber, which is right here, bomber, zygomatic bone. Then we have the mandible, maxilla, and then if we have the nasal here. Then if we get in closer into the eye, we can find 3 important bones here, which is the lacrimal. Then we have the ethmoid right after the lacrimal, and then in the bottom here we can find the sphenoid. Then we now move to the posterior skull, which is the back of the head, and we can find the occipital bone, parietal bones, temporal bones, which is on the side here, and then we have the mandible again on this view of the body. Then if we move to the lateral side of the skull, we're gonna find the parietal again, temporal bone, frontal bone, occipital bone in the back here. Then we have the zygomatic bone again. Then we have the maxilla, the mandible, the nasal, and the lacrimal, which is inside the eye right there. Then we're gonna move to the floor of the skull, which is inside. Then we have I don't know which is the best view. This one. We have the frontal, the ethmoid bone right here on the bottom. Then we have the sphenoid bone right here. Then we have the temporal on both sides, the occipital in the back, and the parietal on the sides, on each side. Then we're gonna move to the vertebral column, which is right in the back here. We have the atlas and the axis, which is the first and the second one vertebral. Then we have the cervical vertebrals, which is the first 7. Then we have the thoracic vertebral, which is the next 12 vertebrals. Then we have the last 5 vertebrals, which is the lumbar vertebrals. Then we can find the sacrum and the coccyx right in the bottom here. We're gonna move to the thoracic cage. We can find the manubrium on the sternum, which is the top bone here in the sternum. Then we have the body of the sternum. Then we have the true ribs, which is this one's here, which is the first 7. These ones are the true ribs because they're connected to the sternum. Then we can find the false ribs, which are not directly connected to the sternum. And then we can find the floating ribs right in the bottom here. Then we're gonna see the appendicular skeleton, and we're gonna start with the appendicular grill and upper limbs. We're gonna see here we have the clavicle, the scapula right here in the back. We have the humerus, the ulna, and the radius. Then we're gonna move to the wrist bones. Here in the wrist bones, we're gonna see we have here the metacarpal, which is these 5 here. Then we have the phalangeals right here in the back. Then if we move closer to the hand, we're gonna find the trapezium. We have the trapezoid right here. We have the trapezoid. Then we have the scaphoid right here. Then we have the capitate right in the middle right here. Then we have the hypate, which is right here. Then we have the pisiform right here. And then in the bottom of the pisiform, we can find the tricutrium. Then we have the lunate, which is this one right here. And lunate, and that's the bones of the wrist. Then we're gonna see the pelvic girdle and the lower limbs, which is this part here. We can find the ilium, the pelvic bones, which is this one. Then we have the ischium bones. And on the lower here we have the femur, patella, tibia, and fibula on both sides. Then the last bones we have is the ankle bones. And we're gonna see here the metacarpal again. This is the metatarsal, 5 of them, and then we have the phalangeal. Then we have the calcaneus talus on top here, navicular, intermediate cuneiform right here. Then we have the lateral cuneiform. Then we have the coivoid bone right here. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.